You're not as alone as you think. Your body is a perfect example of teamwork. Every part of it plays a vital role in keeping you, dear viewer, alive. From the tiniest to the biggest, here's the hierarchy of the human body, starting with atoms, which contain subatomic particles. It's estimated that the human body holds around 7,000 trillion protons, electrons, and neutrons. A step above that, cells, the smallest unit of the body that can do everything it needs to survive, replicate, create or use energy, grow, die, and even communicate. One level up, tissues, groups of cells working together for a specific goal. Then we reach organs, visible to the naked eye, made of 2 or more tissue types, performing one or multiple physiological functions. When organs work together, that's an organ system. Interconnected structures designed to ensure your body runs smoothly. Some are physically connected, some aren't, but they all communicate. At the top of it all is the organism. That's you, that's me, that's all of us. Now let's get into what matters most, the cell. Let's talk about cell structure. Back in 1665, before my grandparents were even born, Robert Hooke used a super primitive microscope to examine cork sheets. He noticed they looked like the rooms monks used to live in, called cells, and gave them that same name. What he saw were actually plant cells, kind of like a honeycomb. Then more scientists came along and discovered more and more parts. In the 1800s, Schleiden and Virchow helped form the cell theory, one of the fundamental principles we still hold on to today. The cell is the basic unit of life. And they were right. There are billions of cells in our tiny bodies. They function based on how they look. A muscle cell clearly doesn't work like a neuron, but even so, they share a common structure. All cells have a watery, jelly-like matrix surrounded by an outer membrane that controls what enters and exits. That matrix is called cytoplasm, and it helps the cell keep its shape. It also keeps the tiny organelles floating and doing their thing. So let's break it down. Like a certain serial killer once said, let's go by parts. The nucleus. Every cell has a control center called the nucleus. Super important. It tells you whether you're a simple organism like bacteria, which don't have one, or a complex one that does. It's the cell's brain, right in the center. It holds the ultimate code, DNA. It's so valuable that it has its own matrix and a double membrane for protection. Then there's the mitochondria, the stuff of biochemistry nightmares. This sausage-shaped structure has its own DNA and double membrane. According to the most accepted theory, it used to be a free-living bacterium that formed a symbiotic relationship with our cells, a forever friendship. It also decides if the cell lives or dies. It's the energy plant. It converts oxygen and glucose into ATP, the fuel for every chemical reaction in the cell. This is called aerobic cellular respiration. With that ATP, the cell can create proteins. Now we bring in the endoplasmic reticulum and ribosomes. The nucleus gives orders. Ribosomes, either floating or attached to the ER, read the blueprint and assemble proteins. The rough ER acts like a conveyor belt, moving things along. The smooth ER makes fats, hormones, and stores ions. Then there's the Golgi apparatus. It packages and finalizes proteins into membrane-bound vesicles for export or internal use. Vacuoles are large liquid-filled storage units. Some store substances, others isolate them like a cellular quarantine. And finally, the lysosomes, the cleanup crew. They're full of powerful enzymes that break down waste, recycle worn parts, destroy invaders, or even kill the cell itself if it's too damaged to recover. And that's it for this video, but not for the topic. In the next one, we'll dive into DNA and how proteins are made. So yeah, make sure to subscribe. See you in the next one. Thanks.